again. Welcome back to my channel. It's been 4 weeks since I gave birth. To be honest, the past month has been a roller coaster for me and my husband. I think it's definitely worth a recap and share our experience of how we survived our first month as new parents with all the new parents out there. Neither of our families lives in the UK. Because of the global pandemic situation, international travel is less easy to organize. Anyways, the conclusion is we didn't have any help from our family after the childbirth. So that leaves us with a team of 2, me and my husband, to go through what needs to be done. I mean, I don't want to give off the impression that I've had an amazing first month postnatal experience and my life was super easy and I managed to organize everything and overcome all the difficulties that I had in the first month. I mean, that's not true. If anyone had told you about that, it's not realistic. What I wanted to say is it's really tough work and it's not easy. It is probably the hardest task that I've ever had to do in my entire life. But because it's difficult, I'm here to help all the new moms out there, all moms who are expecting. I've summarized a few facts that I would like to share with you about my postnatal experience. I truly hope that we can all encourage each other and be stronger in the journey of parenting. So there are a few things that you need to get prepared before the childbirth and after the childbirth. Let's talk about before the childbirth first. First, stock up household products. Things such as toilet rolls, kitchen rolls, tissues, and all the cleaning products. Trust me, after giving birth, especially in the first 2 weeks, you don't want to spend even a second counting the stock level and ordering those which are low in stock. If you haven't given birth yet, do the stock take towards the end of your pregnancy. Order online or purchase in store all the products that can cover your household for at least 6 to 8 weeks after the childbirth. Second, organize grocery delivery subscriptions. Life with a newborn is tough because you are locked up in the house. It's probably the first time I felt I've lost my freedom. Therefore, before the childbirth, make sure you have all the grocery delivery subscriptions lined up. We use DockATot a lot. It automatically books the weekly delivery slot for you, so it saves us from going online and securing a delivery slot. In addition, it also automatically adds those groceries that you're constantly buying, so it also saves you time from looking for recurring ingredients as well. Third, prepare freezable meals before the childbirth. Cooking is one of the things that takes quite a bit of time every day. I mean, without a newborn, we love spend time in the kitchen, discussing what to eat and cooking together. However, because we're on our own, so we have to minimize the time we spend on household stuff so we can be more available for the newborn. Ordering food deliveries sometimes takes time as well because you have to wait for the food to arrive. So what to do? I saw a lot of moms prepare freezable meals towards the end of their pregnancy, so I thought that might be a good idea. Therefore, I've done lots of freezable meals and portioned them using the zip food bag and then dump all of them into the freezer. Lots of the freezable meals can be preserved up to 3 months. Now we're 1 month into the postnatal and I have to say those freezable meals are lifesavers. Not only does it save us a lot of time cooking, but also save us from thinking what to eat and ordering the groceries online accordingly as well. If you want to do what I did, I would suggest you only start to prepare those freezable meals after 30 weeks of pregnancy. Some ingredients are freezer friendly, for example chicken, pork, etc. Check online for freezable meals recipe and you will be more prepared than you think. Fourth, make use of all the resources you have. Make sure you have found a trusted resource of how to take care of a newborn before the childbirth. So after the childbirth, when you are confused by your baby's behavior, you can at least know where to find possible answers before the panic. For example, I've been reading this book, Becoming Babywise. This book was recommended by a friend of mine who have 2 kids. It basically talks about everything related to taking care of a newborn from day 1. I've marked up some pages with important information before the childbirth, and guess what? This book has become my Bible since the day my daughter was born. While sometimes I do need to visit the GP or ask help from the health visitor for things that I don't know, but as a first step troubleshoot, I think this book has contributed a lot to my confidence. Another thing worth mentioning is all the free resources provided by NHS. I mean, they're there for a reason. For example, the infant feeding team at your hospital. Initially, I was struggling with my daughter's weight loss and breastfeeding, etc. So I called up the line and they literally spent half an hour on the line with me, listening to my story and give me advices. I mean, problems won't be completely solved at the end of the call, but at least you can gain some reassurance if you're doing the right thing, or get corrected at an early stage if you're a little bit off the track. Okay, that's all about before the childbirth. So after the childbirth, what do you need to do? The fifth tip is lower your standard. As simple as what it reads, it means lower your standard. Your kitchen won't be as spotless as before, and your laundry probably won't get washed until you run out of clothes. But that's all fine. All you have to remember is it is all temporary. The first 2 weeks are the toughest because you are recovering and you don't really know who this little person is, and try to get to know her as much as you can. To be honest, I literally asked myself at some point that, is my life going to be like this forever? I mean, living in a mess and don't know what else can I do except for taking care of the newborn. However, starting from the 3rd week, I felt a lot more energetic and I can manage to take some time in between of the feeds to do things that I like, such as taking care of the house, organizing it to the way I want. And all of this makes me feel a lot better emotionally as well. 6th, log urines on your phone's notepad. Yes, you have just given birth and you need time to get your life back to normal. However, life won't stop because you have a newborn. You'll still need to do various tedious errands such as paying the bill, making a complaint, ordering things from Amazon or amending your shopping list, etc, etc. And yes, things can be forgotten. So what I did is when I have a minute or two, I'll just open up a notepad on my iPhone and log anything on my mind that I need to do. And then later, I'll just keep on adding to the list when I think of anything else. In the end of the day, I will just send a copy of that list to my husband to see if he's already got something covered. For those errands that are not covered, we'll just get it done together or allocate the task according to everyone's availability. 7. Release your emotion when it's out of control. Honestly, baby blues are real. Previously, when I heard about postpartum depression and stuff, I was like, really? Because of a newborn? However, after I've gone through it, baby blues are so real. I remember my emotion was super unstable. I can get very upset very easily. For example, if I can't understand the cry of my daughter or I have trouble breastfeeding, etc., the tears would just come out of my eyes without any warnings. If you're also experiencing this, it is super normal. Please don't feel bad about yourself at all. We're all going through the same thing. However, it is very important to find someone to talk to and get emotional support when you need. For me, I talk about anything on my mind with my husband so he can calm me down or at least know what's going on with me. For the postnatal and stuff, I have my NCT Mama group. Now I understand why it costs £300 to register a prenatal class with NCT. It is the connection with other moms that is priceless. There are 6 moms in my group and I was the 4th one to give birth because we all share birth experience and stuff. So before I give birth, I've already got a lot of first-hand information, which is very helpful. And then after the childbirth, we chat nearly every day just to share what's going on with breastfeeding, what's going on with the baby. We're not professionals and the opinions we got from each other is not professional opinion as well. It is more like blinds leading the blind because we're all first-time parents. But it is the emotional support that you have obtained from the Mamas group that keeps you going forward. There are a group of people who are going through exactly the same shit as you do. You will feel less lonely and more encouraged. Number 8, take shift, don't stay up together. One mistake that a lot of couples make is staying up together to do the feeding of the baby, to do the nappy change and putting her to bed. This is nothing wrong if you don't have anything to do in the next day. However, we all have work obligation or things to do in the next day, so it is very important to share the task and keep a good energy level. Therefore, take shift between you two and it will help both mom and dad have some sleep. For breastfeeding moms, you can pump the milk in advance and then your husband can help with 1 or 2 feedings during the night so you can have some sleep. For me, because I'm doing combination feeding, so what we have tried is I got up earlier for the breastfeeding and then my husband would get up for the bottle top up. There are many ways to work things out. I think what you need to do is to sit down as a couple and go through what needs to be done, and then I'm sure you will find the optimal solution for you as a couple. Number 9, forget about the routine. Before I had my daughter, I had a lot of plans. For example, I need to train her to sleep, I need to put her into a routine, etc. But the reality is, don't get too much into all of these in the first month. What you need to do is try everything you can to get that feed in, no matter how long it takes. Use all the resources you have to put her to sleep. No matter it is to sleep on you or use a baby carrier, just find a way that works for you. It doesn't really matter at the beginning. At the very beginning, I was very obsessed with with the routine and the clock. Sometimes if she did not take a full feed because she was too sleepy, I would become super upset because I knew that would interrupt her sleep and then eventually interrupt her routine. But I mean, in the first month, you're really in survival mode. So as long as she eats and gain weight, you're all in good hands. Everything else is a bonus point for the months to come in the future. For now, please focus on her feeding and please also focus on your recovery as well. And then you will find your life way easier. Number 10 is a mindset. Actually, it is a letter that is shared on a lot of social media platforms. My friend forwarded that letter to me and I think it is really very well written. I'm going to read out loud and I hope all the new moms out there, please remember that you are not alone. Many other moms are going through the same thing as you do, even in worse situation. But please remember, this is all temporary. When the sun is out, all the clouds will hide away. I hope I won't cry reading this letter because it is very emotional. So here it is. Dear Mommy and Daddy, please keep this letter from me in a place where you can read it and reread it when things are rough and you are feeling down. Please don't expect too much from me as a newborn baby or too much from yourself as parents. Give us both 6 weeks as a birthday present, 6 weeks for me to grow, develop, mature, and become more stable and predictable. 6 weeks for you to rest and relax and allow your body to get back to normal. Please feed me when I'm hungry. I never knew hunger in your womb and clocks and time mean little to me. Please hold, cuddle, kiss, touch, stroke, and croon to me. I was always held closely in your womb and have never been left alone before. Please forgive me if I cry a lot. I am not a tyrant who was sent to make your life miserable. The only way I can tell you I'm not happy is with my cry. Bear with me, and in a short time, as I mature, I will spend less time crying and more time socializing. Please take the time to find out who I am, how I differ to you, and how much I can bring to you. Watch me carefully and I'll tell you which things soothe, console, and please me. Please remember I'm resilient and can withstand the many natural mistakes that you will make with me. As long as you make them with love, I cannot be harmed. Please don't be disappointed when I'm not the perfect baby you expect, nor be disappointed with yourself when you are not the perfect parents. Please take care of yourself, eat a balanced diet, rest, and exercise so that when we are together, you have the patience and energy to take care of me. The cure for a fussy baby is more rest for mom. Please take care of your relationship with each other. What good is family bonding if there's no family left for me to bond with? Keep the big picture in mind. I'll be like this for a very short time. Though it feels like forever to you now, although I may have turned your life upside down, please remind yourself that things will be back to normal before too long. Enjoy me, I will never be this little again. After reading the letter as a new mom, I became more relaxed about her cry, her fussiness, and her sleepless nights. Yes, she will not be this little again. It will all pass, so before it's too late, let's all enjoy the journey together. Thanks again for staying with me for today's video. If you find my video helpful, please give me a thumb up and consider subscribe me and turn on that notification bell to stay connected. Okay, I upload video every Friday at 7 PM, so I'll see you next Friday back in my channel. Bye bye guys!